Good morning, children. Hello, everybody. Today we are going to see a new lesson, The Wise King of Mewa. Okay, so before starting our lesson, just a few words about Mewa. See, where is this Mewa? Mewar or Mewar is a region in the south central part of Rajasthan state of India. It includes the present day districts of Bhilwara, Chittorgarh and Pratapgarh, Rajasmand, Udaipur, Hirawar of Jalwar district of Rajasthan. Okay, so the present no, Arvind Singh Meewar. This person no, this second picture who's standing here with a black dress. He is Arvind Singh Meewar. So Arvind Singh and his brother Mahendra both claim to be the 76th custodian of the house of Meewar. The Maharanas of Udaipur are considered not rulers but custodians of the kingdom on behalf of Lord Shiva. Okay, so this Meewar is in Rajasthan state. Okay, shall we move on to our lesson? So, before starting the lesson, there's a small poem written by Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. Okay. Kind hearts are gardens, kind thoughts are roots, kind words are blossoms, kind deeds are fruits. Okay, see, when you're talking about kindness, what comes in your mind immediately? Is anybody, any personality coming in front of you? Any person? Yes, see, Mother Teresa was very kind to the poor people and the leper people. So she rendered her hands. She came to Mumbai and she served the people, those who are roaming in the streets, and helped them. She gave food to them. Her heart was filled with compassion. Okay, so like that, what this poet is telling is kind hearts. The people who having this kind heart are like garden. Can you imagine that garden? Garden means a beautiful thing with colorful flowers. Like that, the person who is having the kind heart is like a garden. Who is having that thoughts? See, actually, helping. See, I should be helpful to others. I should be soft. I should be kind with others. No, so it is like roots. Roots means it won't be seen outside. It is always deep inside the mud. Okay, so it is a root. If the root is strong, the plant cannot be shaken. Yes or no? Even in any storm, whatever happens, any situation, this plants trees can't fall down easily. Okay, kind words or blossoms. Blossom is a beautiful flower. Okay, colorful flower. So when you speak kind words with your friends, with your father, mother, with your maids, then that is, the poet is telling, it is a blossom. And also no, kind deeds are fruits. So when you are doing it in the action, it is a fruit is always tasty. Yes or no? So kind deeds are fruits. Okay, kind hearts are gardens, kind thoughts are roots, kind words are blossoms, kind deeds are fruits. Okay, shall we move on to the lesson? Okay, the wise king of Meewar. Ranajit Singh was the king of Meewar. He was brave as a lion and he was very kind to the poor. Say, Ranajit Singh was the king of Meewar. Once upon a time, I showed you this Meewar is in the state, in the Rajasthan state. Okay, and the small villages are there. No, they captured all these villages in olden days. But now I showed you that Aravind and his brother Mahendra, both are the descendants of this king of Mewar, who is looking after now. Okay, he was brave as lion. Have you seen brave as lion? How brave and kind-hearted. Have you seen Narnia movie? Narnia, in that lion will come. No, how brave the lion is, and also very kind to the people. Like that, this Ranajit Singh also was a brave as lion, and he was very kind to the poor. One day he was strolling in his royal garden. Strolling means walking. Say everybody, strolling is walking. One day he was strolling in his royal garden, in his own palace. In the palace they will have a garden and all. In that, this king was walking. His minister and some attendants were with him. Minister, I already told you about, if a king comes means the ministers also will come along with them, 2-3 ministers, and also the attendants, soldiers, all this, those who help the king, they are attendants. Okay, were with him. Blowing breeze and the singing birds had made him happy. So chill morning breeze and the birds singing, all making noise. So all birds are making noise, and this made him very happy. So what happened? All of a sudden, a stone struck his forehead. Suddenly, somebody threw a stone on his forehead. Forehead means which one? The front part. Okay, touch and see. Feel, this is your forehead. Okay, the front part. Okay, everybody was stunned. Some of the servants hurried in search of those who has thrown the stone. So few men, they ran to call the doctor. Few ran from where the stone came and how the king got hurt. So everybody was searching, but the king was very calm. He didn't like how people are getting agitated for even a small thing. They can't handle the situation in a calm way. They will handle it in a very hurry way. Okay, he pressed the wound with his palm and tried to control the bleeding. This is what is needed. Everybody should know the first aid. First aid means immediately if something has happened, what you should do. Okay, if you get bleeding, stop the bleeding, then you can call for help. Okay, whatever it is, first immediately what the king have done is good. He pressed the wound and he controlled the bleeding. Bleeding means oozing of blood. Blood is, you are telling, no, in your language. I usually listen from Dilkush and the other people, ma'am, blood is coming, ma'am. It is not blood is coming out, it is bleeding. So you should say that bleeding. Okay, bleeding means oozing of blood. Okay, so he pressed the wound with his palm and tried to control the bleeding. Then they found out who had thrown the stone. So they caught an old man. Old man came. He was very nervous, very frightened, because king is a ruler. No, whatever he tell, everybody will do that. If the king is very angry, then if he tells that, oh my God, you throw the stone, then you should go into jail. So they will put them into jail. So king has all the authority. Okay, so this old man was very frightened and very nervous. He tore the cloth off his shoulder and tied it around the young's forehead. He then fell at the feet of the king and said, weeping, see, This nervous old man, what he did know, immediately when it started to bleed, nobody, the ministers or the attendants who were nearby, no, they didn't even have that much of sense to press the bleeding or something to do with that. Everybody was searching who has thrown the stone and to go when calling doctor is good. Okay, but immediately this poor man, what he did, the cloth which he was wearing, he teared that. Okay, he teared and tied around the king's forehead. And he then, what he did, he fell at the feet of the king and said, and he started crying, "Oh king, it's me who is responsible for hurting you. I beg your pardon. I did not do it on purpose. I'm ready to undergo any kind of punishment." So, with crying, no, this man is pleading to the king. See, I am the one, I am the culprit, I am responsible for hurting you. I beg your pardon, master. Please, whatever you say, whatever punishment you give, I will take it, that I am ready to take that. So the next person who is standing nearby the king, a minister, he shouted, "Why did you pelt the stone then?" He shouted like that. The old man knelt before the king, folded his palms and said, like he joined his both the and bent down and told, "Maharaja, I was tired and hungry. I wanted to have a mango and pelted the stone at the mango tree." So, outside the palace, when the hungry, poor old man was walking, he saw that mangoes in the tree. So, he thought when he can throw the stone, the mango will fall down so that I can eat it. So, he thought like that, and he pelted the stone. But unfortunately, it went and hurt the king's forehead. Okay, so he told that, "Maharaja, it is me." Then the king bent at him, caught hold of his shoulders, and lifted him up. Okay, how beautifully the king, no? The king bent down to him. When he was kneeling down, he held his both the shoulders and lifted him up. He told him to stand up. Okay, the king wiped off the tears, and the old man with his shawl, then smiling at him, said, "Don't weep. What you have done is not a crime to be punished." See, he is telling, "Don't cry. What you have done is not a big crime to be punished." So he then ordered his cook to offer the hungry old man some food immediately. So what he did immediately, he told the attendants to take him to the kitchen and give him food. So they gave him food. The old man, receiving the food, bowed the king and went his way. Okay, how kind hearted this king is. So he gave him food and he didn't punish him, and the old man thanked. In return, he was grateful to the king. He showed his gratitude. "Thank you, king," and bowed to the king and went his way. The king said to his minister, "Don't get angry about such petty incidents. A tree bears the stalk and gives a fruit, stands in sun and gives a shade. I, being a man, if I never give food to a hungry man, shall be smaller than a tree." What a grateful lesson this is. What a beautiful moral. See, the tree is standing all the day, huh? All the day, having bears the stroke, the breeze, all that storms, and gives fruits. Yes or no? The tree is giving us fruits. It stands in the sun, and when we feeling very hot, we are going and standing under the shade. So how the tree is helpful to us. See, being a man, I am a human being. I have a heart. I have all the good values in me. Dear children, you are human beings. You have a beautiful heart which God created in you. In that, you should have good values, compassion, kind, love. All these things should be overflowing in you. You should not be angry. You should not tell lies. Okay, you should be honest. You should honor your parents, your teachers, whoever it is, elders. And moreover, you should pray to God always. Okay, so he's telling, if I am not helping this poor hungry man, then I will be the smaller than the tree. Okay, that is, I'm a senseless man. Then I'll be a man without any compassion, without any kindness. So the minister was ashamed and learned a lesson. Service to mankind is service to God. So this is a big sentence which everybody likes. Service to mankind is service to God. See, you can give everything to God, but sometimes see, God directly don't come and take your penny. Yes or no? He's not coming and taking a penny from your hand. But what the God is also expecting, to help the poor, to see the God's face in poor people. When you help others, when you have that compassion and kindness filled heart, see, you can see God. Okay, see, if you help the man, if you help the poor people, it is that you are helping God. That's what it is written here. Service to mankind is service to God. Okay, do you understand, children? Tomorrow I'll teach you the back exercise. Today, do you understand what I have taught? Everybody? Okay. Shall we have a highlight what we have read today? So Ranajit Singh was the king of Mewar, and while he was walking in his royal garden, suddenly he got a stone struck in his forehead, and everybody was stand, and everybody went to search the person who that throwed the stone, and they found out it was a old man. And the old man told, King, Maharaja, I was very tired and hungry, and that's why I pelted the stone at the mango tree. Okay, then he cried, but the king was very kind to bend enough and took him up. He caught hold of his shoulders and lifted him up and wiped his tears and told, don't worry. And he ordered food for him. So he took the food and he went his way. And the ministers were ashamed and learnt a lesson. What is the moral of the story? Moral of the story, service to man is service to God. Okay. Shall we read the hard words? Strolling, pelt, royal, hurting, pleased, ashamed, incident, horrid, palm, nervous, pardon, stoke. So today's homework, write the hard words 5 times. Second one, who ruled the kingdom of Mewar? Third one, what is the moral of the story? Fourth, draw the king of Mewer and color it. Thank you, children. Tomorrow I'll take this back exercise. Thank you.